Are you looking for money-making tips for beginners to succeed online? Then this video is for you. My name is Michael and I have many videos about different ways to earn online, and I also make a good full-time income online myself, and many viewers keep asking me about how to get started as a complete beginner, because even though I have all these different videos, then people say like, well, if I start completely from scratch, what are the basics I need to know? How do I get started and all that? So therefore I decided to record this video where I will show you 6 money-making tips for beginners, some very important foundational information you need to know if you want online success. So before I jump to the tips, let's first just clarify where this information comes from. And this is from my real experiences. I started from scratch myself, and I have tested hundreds of different ways to make money online, and I keep testing new methods every single day. And that's what I share on this channel. So everything I'll be sharing here is based on my own real experiences, starting from scratch and now making a full-time income online. So I know that this is very important, and I see many people fail because they do not know these basic things that are so important to understand. So let's now get to these 6 important tips. So the first very important tip when you want to start making money online is to set your goals. It can be mentally, but a good idea can also be to actually write it down, because sometimes it just becomes more real when you see it, and it can keep reminding you of what your goals actually are. And when I talk about goals, I'm talking about having some kind of income goal, like how much do you want to earn. For some people, they are successful online, or their goals are if they earn $100 a month. Some is like $10 a day, some is $5,000 a month, some is $10,000 a month. That can vary from just being a few dollars per day to being hundreds of dollars per day. That is only you that can decide what your income goals are and what is really great for you and what you're going for. And this is very important to be clear of, because if you start chasing different methods that does not really fit your income goals, then you will definitely fail, and we'll talk more about that later. Also, when it comes to setting your goals, try to make it clear how much time you want to invest in this, because the income, the time you want to invest, that all needs to fit together. So start by writing that down, and then you can move on to the next tips. But another thing is also to consider your budget. Are you only going for free methods? Are you willing to invest a little bit to reach your goals? So those 3 aspects is something you should be aware of when it comes to setting your goals. So how much would you like to earn? What is your income goal like that? And also, how fast would you like to earn? And do you have a budget for this? Are you only going for free methods? So that's the first very important tip. Set your goals. So let's move on to the next. Next is just basically to set how much time you are willing to spend. So when you look at your income goals and the goals you set, how much time do you think would be great? Some people, they would say like, well, I'm willing to spend 1 hour a day to reach this income goal, and others are willing to work like full time to reach their goals. That's only you that can say how much time do you realistically have to reach your goals. That's the second very important thing, because that's connected to the next very important step, that is tip 3. So the third very important tip is that you need to be realistic. And this is very closely related to the first 2 tips I gave you, because some people, they come and ask me, how can I earn $100 per day without any effort starting today? That's not realistic. If you look at your income goals and the time you're willing to put in and your budget, it all needs to fit together. I'm not saying one thing is right, another thing is right, because your goals and the time you're willing to put in, that's completely up to you. We all have different lives and different time we can put into this, but you just need to be realistic. And that means, like, if your goal is to earn, let's say $5, $10 a day, maybe even $20 a day, that's realistic with free methods, and also something that you can start doing right away. But if your goal is to earn $100 per day, or in some countries even if like it's $50 per day, or if you want to earn like $500 per day, that's not going to happen overnight. So you have to be realistic when it comes to that. Also, if you want to build a real online income, like $100 plus per day, 500 etc., then you will not find training that will teach you to do that completely free. I keep getting questions about that. Oh, how can I get access to this quality training or that quality training to teach me how to build an online business completely for free? Or how can I get started with this one without investing anything? And the reality is, if you want to learn building a real online business, you need to be willing to invest a little bit, at least a little bit, into quality training, in some cases also a little bit of basic tools. So that's very important to be realistic about. You will not get rich overnight no matter what, and you will not build a full-time income overnight. And if you want quality training, you will not get it for free. But you can earn money for free, you can earn some extra money on the side, and you can also start earning right away, but that just needs to correlate with your goals. You cannot just have a goal that I want to earn $500 per day without any effort. That's unrealistic, and then you will definitely fail online. So the fourth tip is to choose the right method for you. And what is the right method for you is not necessarily the right methods for me or for someone else. And this all comes down to, again, what are your goals and what are your interests? Because you will sometimes see YouTubers say like, oh, this is not worth it, or that is not worth it. Instead, try my method where you pay me money to do this and this and this. And that can be fine. Sometimes they are right, but it depends on your goals. I, for example, very often see people saying like, oh, paid service, a complete waste of time. You should sign up for my paid course instead to learn to make a real online business, and there is a point, but it all depends on your goals. Because in my personal opinion, I started with paid service, and if you're looking for making money here and now and just for a little bit of extra money on the side, it's the easiest way, for example, to start earning. And for some, that might be the goal, to just earn a bit of extra money here and now. Then it doesn't help to join some kind of training program where you need to put in effort for several months before you will see results. That can be great if your long-term goal is to build a full-time income. But again, that is only you that can answer this. And that's why I mean, like, choose the right method for you. So again, consider what do you actually want, and then you choose a method that can live up to that. So if it's money here and now, for example, paid service is a great opportunity. If you want to make a full-time income, then you should not try to use these different free money-making apps and websites, because they will not take you there. So that all needs to fit together. So we now have a couple of more tips, but before we get to those, it'd be great if you just take 1 second to like this video, because it can help it to be seen by more people, and I would definitely appreciate that support. So the next very important tip is to make sure to take action. I don't know how many people I see saying that this is my income goals, and then they just sit back, do nothing. No matter what your goals are, no matter your chosen method, you need to take action and actually get started and do whatever is required. Sometimes it's not a lot that's required. That depends on your chosen method and your income goals. Other times, more effort is required, but no matter what, it requires you to take action. It's not enough to just sit and listen to different YouTubers all day about making money. That will not actually make you money. It can give you ideas, but without you taking action, nothing will happen. So maybe even set aside some time. How much time and when do you have time to work on your chosen method? And then make sure to actually do that, and then stop making excuses. Just take action. There are so many people that say like, oh, I live in the wrong country for that, or I can't do this and this and this. And the reality is there's so many opportunities online. So it all comes down to finding the right methods for you that fits with your goals and that they are realistic. And then there are opportunities for all if you are willing to actually take action. So the last very important tip before we also get to how I have done it and my top recommended way is that I very clearly recommend that you stay legit, because I see so many people get tempted by promoting scams online because they can earn big money that way. But please, please, please do not go that way for several reasons. First of all, you can get into legal trouble. Secondly, you don't want to make money by cheating or lying to others. There's so many YouTubers that make money by just lying in their videos just to get views. It's just not fair. And personally, I prefer making money by actually helping people I make a difference for other people, I can help them, at the same time make really good money myself. That's a win-win. It's great for all. I can sleep nice at night because I know that I actually provide quality content. So do not fall into the trap of going for fast money by promoting scams, because as mentioned, it's unethical. You can get into legal trouble. And also, if you don't care about those aspects, it is also not a long-term sustainable solution, because people will stop trusting you. It's way better to just be honest and legit. Then long-term, you will build up trust and people will trust you. You can build your audience no matter your chosen method. And that's what leads to long-term, really great results in an ethical way. And it's very possible. So don't believe the ones that are trying to push you in to promote all kind of BS and scams or using clickbait, because you don't have to. There are many, many legit ways to make money online, and stick to those. So let's then talk about my top recommended methods depending on your goals, and when you take all the other tips I've just talked about into considerations. Because what my top recommended methods are, that really depends. And in general, I see kind of a few different overall goals, or you can put it into different categories. And if you're looking for some extra money here and now, where you want to earn as fast as possible, and where you even potentially want to earn today, then what you should go for is something like paid service sites, again, pay to sites, where you can do all kind of small online tasks. You can get started for free. You can start earning right away. Those methods are not something that will make you rich or full-time income or anything like that, but they are super fast and one of the easiest way to start earning online. And I have a list of the best opportunities in different countries on my website. I will leave a link to that below. So that's the kind of first category. Secondly, some people say like, well, I don't have a lot of surveys or these paid offers and other things on get paid to sites in my country. And that is true, because the opportunities for those free options, that will vary a lot depending on the country you live in. So if you don't live in a country where you have a lot of opportunities, or you just want to try something else but still want to earn fairly quickly, then something like data entry can be for you. It's not so much fun in my opinion, but it can be fairly easy to do and learn. And I also have a list of the best data entry sites on my website. I will leave a link to that below, so if you think that's right for you, then you can check that out. And then finally, we have people whose goal is to make a full-time income online and potentially even more. And if that's the case, then you just need to be realistic. As I mentioned earlier, it will not happen overnight, but it is definitely possible. It is actually something you can do no matter your background. You don't need any special skills for this. You just need to be willing to put in effort and time to actually learn it. And you need to be willing to put at least a little bit of money into getting quality training. If you start from scratch as a beginner, you will not learn it just by watching random YouTube videos and trying to put it together. I did that myself when I first started, and I wasted a year like that until I actually invested a small amount in some quality training, and then I started getting results. So that's just also, again, to be completely transparent about what you can expect. But it is really possible to create a really good full-time income online if you just do it with those expectations. You're willing to put in time and effort, and you have at least a small budget or some kind of income while you build up your online income, so you don't get desperate. Because desperate people that are looking for full-time income here and now online, they will usually make bad decisions and not actually be focused enough to get results, in my personal experience with all the hundreds of people I've worked with. And I also have some free information where I take you through the exact steps that I have used to build the foundation of my full-time online income. I will leave that below, so there you can go and sign up for more information. But that is only if you are serious, as I mentioned, about building a full-time income online. But then you can check that out. But no matter what, I hope this video helped you and gave you some great inspiration about what the right way for you to make money online is and how to get started. And if the video helped you, then make sure to hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make money online.